I came to CQU in 1995. I was executive assistant at the Distance Education Centre at the time, and I worked for the professor who was the head of distance education. I moved from there to the Chancellery after a couple of years, and I worked in the Chancellery in various jobs for about 10 years, starting off as a committee officer, supporting academic board, and ultimately working my way through to become executive officer to the Vice-Chancellor. I was executive officer to 3 Vice-Chancellors, and did an enormous amount of work in terms of supporting the role of the Vice-Chancellor and the office of the Vice-Chancellor before an opportunity came up for me to become University Secretary. As University Secretary, I'm responsible for supporting the governance processes of the university. The University Council is the core governance body of the university, and the council is actually appointed under the CQU Act. As part of my role, I'm responsible for providing support to the council and its committees. I'm also responsible for providing advice on legislative requirements such as the University Act, and a range of other legislative responsibilities. I'm also responsible for the corporate governance division within the university. In that division we have 3 directorates. They are the Governance Directorate, which is responsible for governance activities such as committee support, records management, privacy legislation, the university's annual report and the like. We also have the Internal Audit and Advisory Directorate, which is responsible for conducting the internal audits of the university and also for coordinating legal advice for the university. And our 3rd directorate is the Corporate Events Directorate, which is responsible for the management of projects and university events, including graduation ceremonies. A lot of people probably don't fully understand what the word governance means. And I guess the best way to explain it is that governance is a framework of rules, relationships, systems and processes within which the authority of the university is exercised. So in so many ways, the Corporate Governance Division just provides the support for that framework. In my role of University Secretary, I report to both the Vice-Chancellor and the Chancellor. So I'm responsible for that link between supporting governance functions and the management functions of the university. In terms of supporting the Chancellor, I work with him to set the council agenda for each meeting, and obviously we have consultation with the Vice-Chancellor about that as well. In 2012, the Corporate Governance Division has a number of opportunities. Obviously, with becoming a dual sector, we will be heavily involved in that and what it means for the governance of the university. We will also be rolling out records management to the entire university with the view that ultimately most people that are responsible for records management will have access to the TRIM records management system. Another exciting opportunity for us in 2012 is the development of our Corporate Events Centre. We are hoping to have a purpose-built space for the ability to hold university events and conferences, and that is something that we will hope to grow and develop our expertise in and hopefully become the people within the university that provide support for all of our university-wide events and conferences.